Welcome to Lessons Learned. I'm Sherry. This is Finish It Friday. We're already to Friday of this week. How in the world is that possible? It has flown by for me, and I feel like I'm spinning my wheels. Do you have a week like that sometimes? You have so much planned to do. I just can't get all the things done. I did spend some time outside this week. That might be why some of my sewing time slipped away from me. It was just a gorgeous week, and I wasn't going to let a day go by without spending some time outside, cleaning up, straightening up, doing all the things we do to get ready for spring, making things look pretty again. We had lots of leftover leaves and things from fall that, that last little bit that never gets cleaned up. So I got out and did some of that, and my body is telling me that I did that. So I've been going to bed very tired every night this week. All right, I'm going to show you what I did do. I did not complete any quilts or anything like that, but I do have some blocks to show you that I worked on this week and got finished, and it was a good amount. I am on my block 2 of this. I have 4 block 2s to do. I have 3 here, and I don't have the papers out of them yet, but I did go ahead and put them on the hanger. So I have 1 more block 2, and I'll be half done with the middle of this quilt. So yes, this is different, a different configuration than the other 4 blocks that you've seen, and this will just kind of continue around the square of the middle of the quilt. So you'll start to see it come together here before long. I really enjoy doing these. I really, really do. So thank you, Yvette, for recruiting me to do that quilt with you. She's nearly finished her quilt top. I think she just had 1 border left to do, but she's a Speedy Gonzales, unlike me. Here is the Riley Blake Challenge block number 8 for this week. So this also is about to be well on its way to being done. 8, I think there's 12 all the way around, and then there's a big middle section and a middle block to do. If you want to jump on and do this, the patterns are out there on the RileyBlakeDesigns.com website. Just go on their blog and search under sew-alongs, and it's the first one in the list. RBD Challenge is what it's called. So this one was really easy. Big old bow. And did I have any? Oh, Peaceful Baskets. This is where I am on Peaceful Baskets this week. This is block number 10. I have 2 of these to do right now. This is the first one. I have it ready to sew up. I just haven't. I was hoping to have that done for you today, but did not happen. I have also been working on scrap processing, and if you watched Wednesday's video, you'll see that I inherited a pretty decent size fabric stash from my late mother-in-law, and I'm going through that, and I'm washing fabric, cutting fabric, rolling fabric on boards, and all of the things. So I've done some of that in amongst all these other things that I've done this week too. So yeah, Friday just got here way too fast for me. I don't know about you. I have a few boutiques blocks. Let's go ahead and do those, and then we'll get to your finishes. I just have a handful of your finishes this week. I think maybe the rest of you around the area, around the country, are in the same mode as I am as far as, getting ready to do the outside things. So maybe some of you also spent time outside this week. So I didn't have a whole lot of photos, but I'll show you what I got. First, though, I'm going to show these blocks. There's not too many, so bear with me. I have it all ready here, and I have some new states. I don't have all the new states that have contacted me and said they were sending from the ones that we didn't have, but I got a couple. So I'll show you what we got. Let's see. Here's one we didn't have. This is Nita from Delaware. And she sent 2 blocks like this, or 1 block. She sent 1 block like this. Very nice. Then we have Deborah from Indiana, and she sent 2 blocks like this. Love these jewel tones, don't you? We have Catherine from Kansas, and I want to read you what she put on her envelope. Catherine is very proud of her state, Kansas. She says it is home of the longest underground salt mines, Hutchinson Community College, and the Cosmosphere mile-long grain elevators, breadbasket of the world. Yes, we knew Kansas was the breadbasket of the world. So she's from Hutchinson, Kansas, and hence Hutchinson Community College. So these are all the high points of Hutchinson, Kansas. Thanks for sharing that, Catherine. And here's Catherine's blocks. Very nice rusty burgundy combination here. This one's from Connecticut, and we had Connecticut, so let me show you her blocks. Let me see if there's a name in here I can mention. Looks like Jen. Jen sent some aqua and blue. 2 blocks. And then we have some from Hawaii, and this is Ren from Hawaii, and she was extremely generous in her making of the blocks. She sent 8 blocks. So we have these 2, these 2, these 2, these 2, and yes, I was wrong. there's more than 8. These 2, and these 2. I think that was 12, wasn't it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Jen, you outdid yourself. Thank you for sending these from Hawaii. Very special. They'll fit in really nice. So, actually, it's only 1 because I thought we didn't have Connecticut, but we do have Connecticut. Let me fill in Delaware. So, here's what we still need, y'all. Montana, North Dakota. I think I have something coming from North Dakota. Iowa, I know I have some coming from Iowa. I still have Colorado and New Mexico to get, Vermont and New Hampshire. So are there any people that can sew in Montana, Colorado, New Mexico, Vermont, or New Hampshire? That's 5 states that I know for sure haven't heard from and we don't have blocks from. So we can still try to get those. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating. It's going super well, as you've noticed, and still drumming up something in my mind to put together with those wonderful half-square triangles. And that will be forthcoming here not very long in the future, I think. I also got some Happy Mail. Let me show you the Happy Mail. Happy Mail is from May. May is from Florida, and she was very generous to send me some rulers and a book, the rulers of which are ones that she had doubles of. And she sent me this beautiful card that says thank you on it. Very pretty. And add a quarter, which is for foundation paper piecing. Good. I have a yellow one like this, but I don't have a pink one, I don't think. And then this one is an Omni-Grid half square triangle one for finished blocks up to 8 inches with a 1/4 inch seam allowance built in. So I don't have this one, so thank you, May. I will use that. She also sent me this book, Block a Day, and it's a nice spiral bound one. I was looking at it, and each block has all the instructions on how to make it. It's not just a book of blocks, but it's how to make them. So all the instructions are right there on each page for each block. So I like this. Ooh, I like that strawberry. I'm going to make that. Yes, I'm going to make that. All right, so let's get to your finishes right now, and we'll go ahead and close out the video for this week. The first one I have is from Donna. Now, Donna was contacting me on this quilt because of the one that I showed last week that was just like this. And she had a little more information on it. You remember Terry from last week sent this quilt. And Donna has more information on it. She says the designer is Lynette Jensen, and it was a block of the month on Craftsy. And Craftsy is no longer in business, I don't think, or maybe they have a different name now. So this was a different colorway of it. She says the purple and green one and the one with bolder primary colors came entirely from her own scraps, and she gifted the first one to her sister-in-law Judy, and then the purple and green one was given to her sister Lisa, and the one with most bright primary colors went to her mother. I'm the only one that doesn't have one, says Donna. She said she probably won't do it again, but you made a lot of these, so there's another colorway in that. So it's by Lynette Jensen, a block of the month on Craftsy. So if any of you are looking for that pattern, you might be able to go search on that and see if you can find either a kit or maybe just a pattern for it. I wouldn't mind finding a pattern for it. I should go look. Giselle says this is her first scrap challenge in January 25 with the no buy month, and this is the 2.5, the one that I did with the blue squares in the center. Hers is done up in purples, and she says it's a wedding gift for a gal that loves these lilac colors. And then she put kind of a large buffalo check, or you might say a super large gingham on the back. And I love your quilting on it. That's very cute how you did the hearts and the swirls. And then she has 2 bonus pillows to go with it there, with the hearts on there. Very nice gift. Beautiful. Monica from Magnolia, Texas. She says, I'm continuing to work through my stash, and in doing so unearthed this kit. It uses the walkabout pattern designed by Ann Lauer for Grizzly Gulch Gallery. I managed to get all the pieces cut out before attending a retreat at the end of last month, completed the top there, and quilted and bound it at home this past weekend. That was last weekend. And so here she is. Nice yellows and deep teals and medium teals. Love the color combination. And we see you've got feature blocks there with crabs and seahorses. Very cute. Lots of nice movement with your quilting as well. I don't know if you did that or if you sent it out, but the entire quilt is very beautiful. Carolyn has a finished Dancing Bears pattern quilt, and she says the Dancing Bear pattern is from the Fabric Cafe 3-yard quilts on the double book. And she says, I thought the quilt pattern went well with the Boutique Idaho themed fabric. I quilted this using an edge-to-edge quilting embroidery design on my Baby Lock Solaris domestic machine. I was very excited to be able to finish this quilt from start to finish. Yeah, there's something to that, isn't there? When you can finish your quilt from start to finish, it's just more fulfilling that way. Very pretty. You also have shades of teal, kind of medium, and a dark teal, and these are batiks, you said? Idaho batiks. I see the shape of Idaho in there. And who doesn't love a good bear paw? Great. This Dancing Bear pattern. Dancing Bear from Fabric Cafe 3-yard quilts on the double. Kathy has a few finishes here. Let's talk first about her little heart table pads there. She says it's a heart table topper or wall hanging with the smaller square. She used the quilt as you go method over a dish mat for that smaller one. I've seen that method. And then, she says she got that method from Blue Rooster Farm. I've seen that video, and I've been wanting to do it too. And the pillow was made from a tea towel that her best friend sent her in her birthday box this year. It was too pretty to use for a tea towel, so I made it into a pillow. Now the quilt is a year-long project. It's from the monthly blocks designed by Sherry McConnell of A Quilting Life from her 2024 block of the month. I used the Shoreline fabric line by Camille Ross Kelly. I finally got the binding on it, and it is big enough to go on my king-size bed. And she says she plans to make pillow shams to match it. Beautiful. Yes, the Camille Ross Kelly Shoreline is pretty, and then the Nantucket Summer that I used on my block of the month from Fat Quarter Shop, very similar. Just really makes a classy quilt, doesn't it? Love the quilting on it. Nice big quilt. You're going to enjoy that on your bed. I also wanted to show you something else from Donna earlier. She has taken on the project of Anne of Green Gables with Letters Home that I did, and she has got some of her blocks done, and I wanted to share those. She's doing a very similar layout like I'm doing. I believe I sent her pictures so that she could kind of copy that thing that I did with it. So brings back good memories. I loved working on that quilt, and I dare say it's my most favorite quilt I've ever made. I think it might be. Susan from California has sent in one of her bags. She's very good at making bags. This is a tote. She said, I made this bag from a sale room at a quilt guild I attended. There's enough fabric for a second bag. The fabric cost $1. The bag is 18 by 18 inches. Very nice. Love it. And I do believe that is all we have for this week. Yes, that's what we have. Nice little grouping of quilts, beautiful stuff, very inspiring. I am going to continue to process this fabric stash and keep sewing on peaceful baskets. Surely I'll get those done this week. This weekend, I should say. So I don't know what my weekend holds. I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have. You know how the weekend can be, but I'm going to make every effort to sew at least a little bit every day of the weekend. And yeah, just keep on keeping on. So I hope you have some things to do in your sewing room this weekend as well. Get outside a little bit too if the weather is good. I think there's going to be some storms around here. I don't know what it's doing in your area, but I doubt I'll be getting outside. So it's sewing it is, and that's quite all right, isn't it? All right, we'll see you on Monday for Monday Quilt Chat, and until then, I'll see you soon. Bye.